I'd like to call to order the County Commission regular session for November 17th. Sheriff Eads, would you lead us in prayer?
You, family and friends, we thank you for this county, people that live in it, blessed area. Thank you for this commission, body elected and appointed officials. Be with us as we come together to do the business of the county tonight and watch over us, lead us for the right decisions. In Christ's name we pray, amen.
Amen. Everyone stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Yes. Mr. Simpkins.
Here.
Mr. Ledger.
Here.
Mr. McElwain.
Here.
Mr. Beatty.
Here.
Mr. Dawson.
Yeah.
Ms. Spicer. Mr. Buckner.
Here.
Mr. Britt.
Here.
Mr. Petty.
Here.
Mr. Williams.
Here.
Mr. Grove.
Here.
Ms. Gray.
Good to see you all here tonight. First order of business is the approval of the minutes of October 20th, 2025 regular session. Open floor for motion. Motion by Commissioner Petty, second by Commissioner Gray. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 2 is public comments. On the public comment list, we have Dale Brown, Ty Corlew, Don Hickson, Dale Corlew, David Downing, and Mark Tenold. Are y'all here to speak on the public hearing on the rezoning of the property? Okay. Is anybody here to speak on any other issue on the agenda? Okay, I'll be right with y'all here in one more moment then. Next item of business then is committee reports. Any committee report? Commissioner Simpkins.
Got one, Ag Committee met last week. We've got 2 that's gonna have to, our term limited, it's gonna have to come off. That is Scarlett McMean and Randy Simpkins, which that's me. Mine will have to be a commissioner, is according to our, way that's written. So I'm gonna need a volunteer or somebody that would like to serve on the Ag Committee, take my place. It doesn't have to be done tonight, but, just be thinking about it. We'll try to do it on the next in 2 weeks from now, try to nail that down. I think Miss Allison's here tonight. She's got somebody on the farm woman for that committee. So we'll try to get those names together.
Thank you. Any other committees report? Hearing none, the next order of business is appointments. We have a reappointment to the Board of Zoning Appeals, Mr. David Smith. I'll open the floor for a motion. Motion by Commissioner Beatty, second by Commissioner McElwain. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Next item is public hearings, rezoning request for Viren Shaw, tax map 101, parcel 017.00, 14.92 acres, Highway 70 East, Dickson, Tennessee, A1 agricultural to R3 district, PO Great General Commercial to R3 residential district, 10th district. Mr. Curtis Hayes is not with us tonight. His father passed. I know y'all want to reach out to him on that. The service is tomorrow, but tonight we have Mr. Andrew Mills here on behalf of Planning Commission to make this presentation.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a rezoning request regarding 3020 Highway 70 East, map 101, parcel 17. It's the drive-in theater property. They're seeking to rezone a little over 16 acres. Currently, the property is a split zone. Part of it is C2. A large part of it is A1. The proposal is to convert the A1 property to R3 and reduce the size of the C2 property to add a little bit more R3 in there. This went before the Planning Commission last month, and it was a vote unanimous unfavorable recommendation on this rezoning application.
Thank you. At this point in time, we'll open up the floor for a public hearing. I'll call each of you. When you come up, state your name, come to the podium, state your name at the microphone. We have 6 people to speak tonight. We'll allow 2 minutes apiece for a 12-minute public hearing. I will be the timer. When you get within 10 seconds of your time, I will hold my hand up and we'll close it off. That'll give you time to wrap up your 2-minute speech. First up, we have J. Dale Brown.
How are y'all this afternoon? My name's Dale Brown, initial J, Dale Brown. Live there on Highway 70, right, matter of fact, next door to Catfish Kitchen. As you know, the zoning board voted this unanimously down. And, the thing about it is we have, we moved out there to be in the country, not to be in the city. The other part about it is we still have to have active farms. We have equipment that runs the side roads and sometimes the main roads. The other thing is that we were close to Montgomery Bell Park, which is a protected area. Somebody talked about putting a traffic light at Buddy Road. There's a great big spring off to the end. You can't cover it up. The other side's got a great big gas main. That's going to be a problem. Plus there's already structures already built on the other side. So it's not really enough room to widen the highway. Our traffic is awful. You take your life in your own hands when you go to the mailbox. If I'm mowing the grass, I have to pick certain times of the day because people will come on your side of the white line. There's been no telling how many accidents and fatalities right in that short section right there. Guy on the motorcycle got killed right there in front of the storage units. Got run off the road. We were coming home one night, guy passed me when we got to the double lanes. Guy passed me between the mailboxes in my vehicle. How he made it, I don't know. My next door neighbor, bless her heart, Miss Bessie Bradley, got rear-ended right there, which caused her other problems that caused her to meet her demise. There's been, I don't know how many accidents down a little bit farther down where you turn in Montgomery Estates, there in front of Catfish Kitchen. Traffic is just bad. And everything comes together right there. So they're talking about building all these units. You realize if they built 160 units, that's what, almost 320 cars.
Mr. Brown, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Next name we have is Mr. Ty Corlew.
My name's Ty Corlew. I probably won't take 2 minutes, but the worst part about this is they're gonna put this thing right there and they're gonna have an entrance on Highway 70 and on Mott Loop. Well, if these people coming in and out Mott Loop, that road's hardly wide enough for 2 vehicles to pass already. And then now they come out and they go to Highway 70 and then they try to get out off Buddy Road on Highway 70. It's always a real bad intersection. And this body right here, a while back, made a planning, a growth plan. And in the growth plan, it said that around the park would be a area for not a lot of growth or anything. We're talking about putting an R3 in this area. And y'all know as well as anybody that after you do an R3, they claim they're going to have nice apartments or whatever, but they can do whatever they want to. They can put low rent apartments or whatever they want to after it passed. It'll be like the fuel depot where it was already zoned industrial and couldn't do nothing about it. So once this is passed, it's just going down the road and they can do whatever they want to do. And ain't nothing none of us can do about it. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Mr. Corlew. Next name is Mr. Don Hickson. Mr. Hickson, yes, sir.
For those that don't know who I am, my name is Don Hickson. I moved to Dickson in 1986. I owned and operated the Catfish Kitchen on Highway 70 for 35 and a half years. About, I guess, 10 or 12 years ago, I developed Section B of Montgomery Bell Point. And I'd hate to see anything. We have a beautiful subdivision that's safe for parents raising their children. And I'd hate to see anything happen that would be detrimental to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hickson. Next name I have is Mr. Dale Corlew.
I'm Dale Corlew. I live on 250 Buddy Road, also own property at the corner of Mott Loop and Buddy Road. which is, the app said that they would have into there. It's like Ty said, it's, you can hardly meet two vehicles can pass on Buddy Road on the Mott Loop already. Then we also have, just like they've already mentioned, there'll be 2 or 3 accidents a month there at Buddy Road and 70. So more traffic, more people chance of getting killed or hurt. And we don't need anything. If it was just 3 or 4 houses on it, like it would be anywhere else, maybe it was okay. But when you're talking about the R3, they're gonna map and build anything they want everywhere. And that's what we don't want. There's a lot of more traffic and more people in that area. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Corlew. Next name I have is Mr. David Downing.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, my name is Dave Downing. I live in that White House right across the street from the drive-in theater. We moved there about 13 years ago. And we bought it for the way it was 13 years ago. And any change to that would, I think, affect a lot of things, property values, quality of life, and anything like that. And it appears to me that if we were going to have some sort of development or something like that, and the test would be, does this benefit the community? Or does this deter from the community? And there's nothing good going to come out of that as far as I can see. I don't see any benefit at all. It's going to be a drain on facilities, infrastructure, everything that's there right now. So it's going to be a problem, I think, from the get-go. But thank you for your time, and thank you for this opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Downing. Last name I have here is Mark Tenold.
Yes, my name is Mark Tenold. How are you? I agree with most all my neighbors. I live between Mr. Downing and Mr. Brown, right on Highway 70 across from the drive-in. My major complaint would be, if it's zoned R3, would be the traffic that is already terrible, as they mentioned. The rush hour traffic is just bad. And I had all these other cars coming out at Buddy Road with no light and no turn lane. That's just, to me, it'd be a disaster. I like the area. It's a busy area. It's rural, and I like to keep it that way. One other point I haven't mentioned is these apartments, R3 apartments possibly they're going to make. I don't know any of the cost basis. What kind of apartments are they going to be? What's the price range of them? Any of the little details I don't know. So I'd be curious to know about that. But I'm in objection to turning it into R3.
Thank you, Mr. Tenold. And thank you for all of you who spoke tonight. That is the end of our public hearing. Next item of business is resolutions. First item is financial quarter reports. Mr. Hall.
Mayor, I don't have anything to add. 2 weeks ago in the meeting.
Any questions for Mr. Hall? Open the floor for a motion. Motion by Commissioner Groves, second by Commissioner Ledger. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 2 is financial quarter report school funds. Have Dr. Sutherland here. Any questions for Dr. Sutherland? Open the floor for a motion. Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Petty. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sutherland.
Thank you.
Item number 3, speed survey, Willow Branch Road. Sheriff Eads.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, has just a reminder, please, this was Willow Branch. Was a 7-day study. A lot of vehicles, 4,440. It is a narrow road. The 85th percentile come back 27 one direction, 30 miles an hour. They still have a recommendation of resetting the speed from 45 to 30.
Commissioner Williams, is that in your district? That is your motion? Motion by Commissioner Williams. Do I have a second? Second by Commissioner Simpkins. Any questions for Commissioner Williams or Sheriff Eads? Hearing none. All in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 4, weight limits on Harmon Springs Loads and Southern Road. Commissioner Williams, this came from you. Are you presenting this, or is Mr. Hodges or Mr. Reagan? Anybody but me.
Yeah. I did speak to Mr. Hodges before, and you'll see in the quote that he got from Collier. So it was broken down into 3 sections, and I hate to spend the 25,000 for all these 3 sections, but I think what I would like to present is if we do North Hummingbird, they can't get to Harmon Springs without going through North Hummingbird. And so I would like to make a motion. We do the 6,500 on North Hummingbird and do the study and let the weight limit come back. And then maybe we can try this section of road and see what kind of luck we have on enforcing it before we would spend the whole 25,000.
Okay. That's your motion. Let's get a second. We can have discussion. I have a second, Commissioner Williams' motion, second by Commissioner Grove. On this, I'd ask the attorney and highway, I haven't read this in detail. Can it be broken down as he asked and the price be adjusted accordingly? And on this, does the contract reflect that we could break it down that way as well as a proposal?
Yeah, the contract's for all of it, but I'm sure based on how Mr. Hodges requested it and the way they presented it, they can modify the contract just to deal with that.
Yes, Commissioner Simpkins.
Does any of this lie in the Dickson city limits? All of this pertains to county?
Young Creek Road to, Congo Brain. That's the only section of road we talk about stuff.
Any other questions? It will take a budget adjustment. He did not budget for this, so it would come out of his fund balances where that is. He has adequate money in his fund balance to do such. Yes, Commissioner Beatty.
Maybe explain to me what they're going to do for 6,500.
They'll go out, they'll take core samples, of the road in various spots, and they'll take that core sample back to the lab and they'll test it, they'll test the rock.
And tell us what?
And tell us what that particular road could be rated for as far as weight, what that road could handle. Now, they may test it and come back, and they'll handle it without the fact, but others, when they may come back and they can handle with 30 tons, 20 tons. You know, that's the point of the engineering firm doing this.
I guess my thing is we're not going to enforce it. We don't have a way to enforce it. And us doing this, I'm not going to vote for it just because of the business that I'm in. And I mean, we're trying to get, I get it, but there's a sign out there that says, hey, turn, if we're after, I don't know who we're after here with this. And, I mean, if we want to do a study and see what it is, but, if we had a guy that would enforce it and weight limits, that a guy that went around and, well, we're going to spend this and then we're not even going to enforce it.
Commissioner Williams, do you want to?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'll just kind of recapture what I said before. So everybody knows we're not trying to limit Vulcan from having access. So the Vulcan Rock Quarry on Hummingbird has an access for them to come out and turn left and go up to Highway 70. The road's been built for that. And so what we have a problem is that not the local drivers, but the trucks that are coming in from out of town, from Clarksville, whatever, they're coming out of the quarry and hanging right, and they're coming out and they're trying to bypass all the traffic in town and cut through out on Highway 48. And so, you know, I understand that, you know, there's some enforcement issues. And I think, in my view, they come out of the rock quarry with a ticket, and they've been across the scales and it says how much weight they have. And in my view, I think the highway department through the sheriff's department, if we have these, and they usually come in spurts where they're hauling a lot of rock in 1 week, we'll have 20 or 30 trucks, you know, that's going every day for a week, and then we won't see nobody for a month. So that's, I think, you know, I understand like local deliveries. If somebody calls for concrete or gravel, if they have a ticket, it says where they're going. And so that's my view on it. And, you know, these roads are not built to handle the dump truck traffic, and they have an access that they can go through. So that's the reason that I'm asking for it.
Commissioner Dawson.
Okay. This is what I see is gonna happen. Man lives in Pleasant View Road, White Bluff, Taylortown Road. Anywhere out there, and they see all these trucks going by, and they're gonna go and they're gonna say, hey, I want my load limit lowered. Bardo out there comes through Pleasant View Road, 80, 100,000 pounds, them tractor and trailers. So how do you do part of it? And it seems like that you're holding the dump trucks because somebody don't like to see a dump truck come down the road. I mean, it's sort of blaming them. And how do you discriminate against them and you open up the Pandora's door for everybody else in the county? And you can't say if this passes, then they're gonna have a legitimate reason to come before us, and what are we gonna do then? I mean, it's just gonna be a mess, what's gonna be. Just like it was with Bardo Metal up there, and we tried to stop it. It just, you know, state be involved, lawyers be involved, we'll be sued. I mean, you know, so that's the reason I said tonight, I don't know how come we even talking about this. I mean, don't make sense to me.
Thank you. Commissioner Grove, did you?
Yeah, I think is what Commissioner Williams is saying, and Jackie, I might be wrong, is there's roads that's constructed that will help bear the weight without costing taxpayers money. If they're on these roads that's not constructed to carry the weight, they're tearing the roads up, which is in fact making you go out there and pave them more often and do repairs, which is costing the county money, correct? So I think everybody's got a legitimate argument here, but Commissioner Williams is saying there's roads that's engineered to carry the weight and there's roads that's engineered not to carry the weight. And we need to keep the weight on the roads that's engineered to be carried on. I think that's pretty simple and pretty self-explanatory to me.
Any other commissioners?
You see, the roads, 75% of them is not engineered to take the loads that they got there to take it. So is the county gonna go out there and engineer and all of them and see what roads needs to be upgraded or whatever? And then that's gonna fall back on the taxpayer. There's lots of roads that's got potholes in them and dump trucks and logging trucks and everything in the world go through them all the time. There's no way in the world that you're gonna enforce that. I mean, and sure, I know what they're saying about some roads, but if you come up Hummingbird Lane, down there from the rock quarry, that's a pretty nice road. I mean, I don't see it tore all to pieces. You know, it's a lot of dump truck, you know, activity coming out of there. But that's you know, I guess the quarry being there, maybe they need to move the quarry out in the country somewhere or another. You know, it make more sense. It would be to try to do the roads. You're talking about a lot of money upgrading all the roads in the county.
Commissioner Spicer, do you have something?
And so sheriff's department, could they just legally pull somebody over and say, let me see your weight?
Is that the way to enforce it, or?
That's a question for legal. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think the intent is to try to get some understanding of what, if you see a truck loaded with gravel coming out of there, what would the standard weight be for that? And if it's clearly something that would exceed whatever weight limit that we set, then that would be a basis for pulling them over. If it was necessary to get the ticket and the person didn't volunteer it, then presumably the county would subpoena those records or that information from the quarry in order to be able to prove that that person was carrying a weight well in excess of what the limit was. Is it a really clean process? No, it's going to require a little bit of work, but I think the point, if I understand what Commissioner Williams is trying to do, is create an incentive for them to not do it, try to push the traffic into the preferred route that the county's designated. And are you going to have an officer or deputy out there catching every person? No, you're not. But I think the hope is, what the plan is that if you do some, maybe it trickles down and you help resolve some of the problem that's there.
I'm having flashbacks of 2 Mile Road when we tried to set a weight limit on that, but where this is different, they will have a weight ticket.
Right.
Mhm.
That, and the difference there also was on that prior incident is that was the only access and the most direct access to property that was already zoned for that use. If what was being said today is we're going to put weight limits on every road where they can't get a truck from the quarry, we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Commissioner Beatty, do you have a question?
I just, seems like we have done this a couple of years ago. Maybe it just wasn't on these roads, or did we do it on some county roads, maybe somewhere?
Those are the big roads that they're gonna study on the floor. Well, they done a study on Tattertown Road too, didn't they? Why, what? I'm not. That's for your time, but I mean, yeah, I think they did.
But like we,
Road, it's just a little one-lane drive going back there, you know?
looked like we'd be better off spending $6,500 on signage, putting out there saying, hey,
Well, I hear what you're saying, but we do have a proper motion second, so I hear your concerns, but let's stick to this one right now because the motion is to spend the $6,500 to have a study done. I'm not cutting off debate, just want to keep you on the question. Is there any more questions on that motion and second? Yes.
We need to amendment to do a budget amendment at the same time or do that separate because.
We take it out as fund balance, so we can do that secondarily. You'll not work out. Thank you. Any other questions on the motion? You have a proper motion second. I realize there's probably some big disagreement. So Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Mr. Simpkins,
No.
Mr. Ledger,
Yes.
Mr. McElwain,
No.
Mr. Beatty,
No.
Mr. Dawson,
No.
Ms. Spicer,
No.
Mr. Buckner,
No.
Mr. Britt,
No.
Mr. Petty,
Yes.
Mr. Williams, Mr. Grove,
Yes.
Ms. Gray. 7 noes, 5.
Motion fails 7-5. The next resolution is authorize the county mayor to deed and give certain county-owned real property to the Water Authority of Dickson County. This is the point on what we refer to as the Felsen Farm at the corner of 2 Mile Road and Hoover Road. We're doing that exchange for some work that the Water Authority is going to do for us on the fire department and the ambulance service here in Charlotte. And open the floor for a motion. Motion by Commissioner McElwain, second by Commissioner Beatty. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 6, the purchase of Pond Convenience Center property. As y'all recall, this is the property that we have at this point in time where the Pond Road property is. Our friend, the late Billy Lamassus, on this property, his family is prepared. They want to get rid of this. They want to sell that to us for $75,000, a little over 3.43 acres. That keeps us where we are and gives us room to expand that at the proper time. I'll open the floor for a motion on that. Motion by Simpkins, second by Brett. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 7 is the 2026 holiday schedule that was passed out to you all at the last meeting. It's the same traditional holidays that county government sets. This sets them for the 2026 calendar year. Open floor for motion. Motion by Commissioner Graves, second by Commissioner Beatty. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 8, Historic Development Grant, a resolution authorizing county to apply and accept for Historic Development Grant. This is a grant for $1 million. It's a $500,000 matching grant. As you know, we already have money budgeted for the historic courthouse. This would just replace the county money with the historic grant if we so gain that. Open the floor for a motion. Motion by Commissioner Buckner, second by Commissioner Petty. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Item number 9, resolution to authorize certain amendments to the budget established for the county's general purpose school fund, Fund 141, Federal Projects Fund 142, Central Cafeteria Fund 143, and or Capital Project Fund 177. Dr. Sutherland.
On these accounts, this is money in and out. And then on the request that I have is for the fund balance of the 28156.22.
This was the over the air unit question at Burns Middle School. Any questions for Dr. Sutherland?
I'll go ahead and make a motion to pass it, then go to discussion if there's any questions.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Groves, second by, was that Commissioner Ledger? For discussion. Any questions for Dr. Sutherland? Hearing none. Voice vote. All in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sutherland. Items, next one, other business. Number 1 has been pushed. The commissioner's report for the financial reports, we're pushing that to December. So that will be that. Next item of business, other business, as you heard earlier, the public hearing, rezoning request for Viren Shaw, tax map 101, parcel 017.00, 14.92 acres, Highway 70 East, Dickson, Tennessee, A1 agriculture, R3 residential district, PO general commercial to R3 residential district, 10th district. Mr. Hayes explained that earlier. Your vote tonight is on this is to move it to the regular meeting if that's what you so choose, or deny it. Open the floor for a motion. Motion by Commissioner Williams. Okay. That is a motion tonight. I have a second. Second by Commissioner Grove. At this point in time, we do need to give the opportunity for the applicant to speak if they so wish. Is the applicant or applicant representative here? We have a proper motion. You have a motion to deny. So just to remind you, when you have a motion to deny, affirmative vote, a yes vote is to deny, a no vote is not to deny. So make sure yes is to deny, no is not to deny. I love when we do the negatives. Everybody got that one? Okay. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none. All in favor to deny, please vote by stating aye. In favor. No, the ayes have it. Thank you. Anything else on that? Next item of business, approval of notaries. Madam Clerk.
Charlene Colvin, Emily England, Nora Keel, Lillian Langford, Nancy Rocco, Haley Thornton, Deanna Wood, Amanda Wright, Brandon Wright.
Thank you. Motion to approve by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Grove. All in favor, vote by stating aye. Opposed? Thank you. Any announcements? Yes.
It's not an announcement. I've already spoken to Brian and Jackie about this issue, and we've talked about a lot what's arose tonight. This pipeline company, I'll call it, coming through here and crossing our county roads and state roads, which we don't have nothing to do with state roads, but these county roads, I think when they came here, their plan was to bore under these roads and through the creeks and whatever. Well, when they got here, they're from Texas. And I think they have sandstone in Texas. We have limestone here. And they've been working down here below my house for 3 months. And they're burning up boring machines. Like they bore all day long, get 2 feet. So now they decided they're going to blast and dig through our creeks, through our roads. which that was in the agreement. I've talked with Jackie about it. He said that they're hard to deal with. But they are blocking our roads. There's a road down on off Staten they've had blocked for going on 2 weeks, maybe 3. They fixed them, cut mine in 2. If they cut mine in 2, that just disrupts the bus routes, the fire protection, rescue squad. They'll have a one-way in and they'll have to come from the Charlotte end off the 49 end. Another issue, there's a lot of farmers on that road. Cattle, row croppers. They drive their combines and stuff up and down the roads. And if they make them detour around on their secondary, my road is a state aid road. It's a little wider and a little better. You can get around with it. But when they put them back on our, what I call secondary roads, you know, you go to taking dual wheel combines down a 20-foot road, is not safe. And these people think that they can just shut the road down indefinitely, I guess. So my concern is safety on these roads and their authority. Just how much authority do they have to come in here and take over? My theory on that is it's it's kind of like I live here, you're visiting. And they've done kind of pushed their limits with all the neighbors. So they've had enough. So I don't think that they should be allowed to willy-nilly operate like they're going. And I'm going to ask Brian to look into this because they're right there at my road now. I don't know what the plan is to get across it, but they're right on the edge of it right now. And like I say, it could take them a month to get across that road and up the bluff that's right beside it. So I don't think that's what we need to be putting up with.
I agree, and I appreciate you bringing it up. We've been dealing with this issue all along. The first one I think we had that came to really our attention was the stunt they pulled on Spencer Mill Road right below the deal where they cut the road wide open. And the irony was that I went up and I asked them who gave them permission to close the road, and they told me the county mayor did. So they were quite surprised when I dropped my ID out, my badge. It's like, that's me. So, but we've worked with Mr. Hodges. I've worked with their attorneys based in Nashville, their lobbyists, and frankly, they don't care. And we have little or no authority we can do about it, but we do have authority over the county roads. And again, that's an enforcement issue that Mr. Hodges and the sheriff and myself will start on that. But they, as we know, out in the 12th district, with all the issues we had there, they decided to clear their Kinder Morgan pipes one night. And that's like having a jet engine running next to your building. And that's not an exaggeration of the noise. And when I made the phone call, they really just didn't seem to care. And we reached out to TEMA, and TEMA pretty much told us, Tennessee Emergency Management Agency, that under their federal domain, we really didn't have a lot we could do with it. It's unfortunate. It's frustrating. And it's really frustrating when you have large corporations and they play that part and do the advertisements about how they're here to help you. But at the same time, they're making a mockery of what we do here and how we treat our community. So I agree. I'm not happy, and I agree with you. And if you would do that, and Sheriff and Mr. Hodges, if y'all are available tomorrow, why don't we meet and take another run at this?
I think it's pretty close. I mean, they're right there. I mean, the shoulder of the road is right there where they're at now, and all they got to do is turn around, I guess, and start digging through the road, I guess. So I think it's pretty evident that they're fixing to do something. So as soon as they cut that road, we're going to be in trouble.
I appreciate you bringing it up. We'll have that conversation tomorrow morning if y'all are available. Thank you. Commissioner Buckner.
It looks to me like, you know, I talked to Jackie. We've got a bridge out on East Pine. It's got to be rebuilt due to the floods and stuff like that. EPA won't let us get in the creek to clear bridges and stuff. You know, we can't do anything to maintain stuff like that, but yet they can come in and dynamite a creek and put a pipeline across it and probably don't have to have a permit or anything. So, you know, just wondered.
I mean, they're down there every day and I don't own the land, but I lease the property. They have to pump the water out at night or it fills up at night. They come down there first thing in the morning, crank the pumps up, pump it out into, they call it filtration. All it is about 100, maybe 75 square bales of hay. They've got netted around this pool that they pump the dirty water over in. And they say filtration, the hay filtrates that out. Well, you come down there and look, it's limestone water all the way across the hay field. Now, where it dries up overnight, the water seeps down. And then it's gray as that floor right there now. They're not. But anyway, they have, I mean, I don't know. Like I say, they think they're here and they own it and they in charge and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Any other announcements?
Well, I just wanted to ask Brian real quick. Wasn't there a law passed not very long after the fuel depot where our government at the state said that local governments couldn't hinder anything to do with fuel or energy, anything at all? Like we couldn't make laws or pass anything to get in their way, that we would no longer have authority to do that? Would this be one of those?
Something like that, all details, and we're gonna go back and look at that. I know we worked with Mr. Hodges, and in fact, Mr. Mills did on some bonding issues when Kinder Morgan started this process. And I want to go back and look at that with them on what was agreed to as a part of that, and also look at what we can do legally. Yeah. Good point.
Any other announcements? The final announcement will be the next regular session meeting will be on Monday, December 15th at 7 p.m. in the Buford L. Beatty Reed Jr. County Commission Chamber of the Dickson County Administration Building, 4 Court Square, Charlotte, Tennessee. Have a motion second adjourned.